Hello, so we're here, end of December, and I am here in Maui and just worked on building this cob oven. So we just worked with some of the Maui clay to do this. So this is great, and so being the end of the year, I thought we would take a look at all the structures that Living Earth Structures has done this year, starting with this and then working our way back to the beginning of the year. So it's been a great year working with Cobb, and enjoy the show.
So my first project this year was this elephant oven at the Zorthian Ranch in LA, and we would fire it up and stay warm in the winter, and then did the composting toilet with pallets, and we would put the earth right from the property on the pallets and did a nice earth and plaster on the walls. And then I went back out to Florida and visited the restaurant that I built there last year, and we would fire up the oven and put the pizzas on a boat and they would float on the moat. And then did an oven for a friend in Gulfport, Florida, and we embedded shells and crystals into it and did a nice living roof on it. And then started building a 5th classroom there at the park in Florida. So started framing it with the pallets and putting scrap wood on the walls, and did some nice eye-shaped windows on the inside, and the kids all helped put the cob on the pallets, and that was a really fun activity for them to do. And so then we made the inside full of light and windows, and we put desks in there and made it a classroom. And so it turned out really beautiful, very happy with it. We celebrated the completion. And these were the other classrooms that I built there at the park last year, and did a little bit of work, and we fire up the pizza oven there at the park. And then I built an oven for someone else in Florida, and we put these pallets around as an enclosure, and some of the neighborhood kids came and helped stomp on the cob, and we had some fun pizza parties there. And then I did another oven for a fella there in Florida. And my dad came out to visit, and that was nice to visit the restaurant. And then I left Florida, went cross country, stopped in Texas, stopped at the Cobb Hill School of Natural Building, stopped in Taos, saw the Pueblos, had to do that. And then I came back to California, started doing a little touch-up on some projects. Did this oven in Sebastopol, did another little touch-up on an oven in Sebastopol at a school, and visited these benches that I built years ago, and did a little loving on this oven in Sebastopol, and did a little linseed oil sealer on this oven, and built an oven in Petaluma at the Oasis Farm. And then I did a little work on this Cobb Library in Santa Rosa that we built years ago, and then did a little bit of work on this Phoenix Cobbin in Santa Rosa, and did reseal the floor of the oven. And then I started helping my friend James with his mushroom hut in Windsor, and so we worked together to put the cob on the wood, and then made it really pretty and painted it and nice and colorful, and did a nice earthen plaster on the inside. And then I was featured in a magazine. That was kind of fun. And then I went out to Calaveras County, did some work at a friend's oven. And then in Petaluma, did a little bit of work on this Ganesh Cobbin that I built years ago. And then I moved from my place in Sebastopol, where I was living for about 10 years, and moved to Petaluma, and did a little bit of work on this oven and bench in Petaluma. And then I went out to Marin and did an oven bench out there. And so some of the neighborhood kids would come and they would stomp on the cob, and so we built this oven and benches. and went up to Real Goods in Hopland, did some work on that. Then I went out to Bloomfield, built an oven for my friend Jared, and we would have work parties where people would stomp on the cob. And so this was the oven and little cabin that I built there. And out the Heartland community, we did some work out there and fired up the oven. And then in Morgan Hill, we did this nice lion oven for their outdoor kitchen, and did a nice grill on the back of it so we could barbecue. And of course, yeah, we did some mud baths, and I did some work on my sauna in Petaluma, and kind of recoated the inside of the sauna. And out in Cobb Mountain, we would fire up the oven out there, and brought my mobile hut to fairs, and did a little bit of work out in Oakland on this oven, and then started building a classroom in Katati. And so John and Caitlin would, they helped put the cob on the wood, and we had some friends come out and put the cob over their pallets, and the kids would use the structure to climb on it. And so then we put a nice kind of yurt style roof on it. And so this is the completed classroom, turned out really nice. Then I started working on this cabin in Sebastopol, and that's how it turned out on the inside. And the outside, it's a nice living roof. And so that's pretty much my projects from this year. I hope you enjoyed the show. I look forward to another year of building. Thanks.